I was on a roll. Yeah, securing that bag.
This video is gonna, son of a bitch. This video is gonna be a little bit of fun. I thought this would be an interesting concept to ask you guys who you think the top 5 most overrated, well, I didn't say top 5, but the most overrated writers in your opinion. It's not my opinion. I asked you guys who you wanted to think, and I will give my opinion on what I think is, you know, what's what with this list. Before we get too far into it, I am having a giveaway of like a $100 pair of headphones. So if you want to enter that, all you gotta do is click the link in the description, donate to my Patreon, and I have packages ranging from $2 to $10, with $10 including one-on-one trading on me and you with tricks, business, YouTube, whatever you want. And also, if you want to get into the bike roast, that is your entry ticket is a $2, $5, whatever, $10 donation, whatever you want. It's totally up to you. So you enter the giveaway, plus it's a bike roast entry. But if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. I don't care. Up to you. Details in the last bike roast, and also more details on the Patreon link describing what I have to offer on all the packages. It's a way for me to say whatever the fuck I want and YouTube not demonetize me. In fact, I told YouTube to fuck off last upload and they demonetized my video, of course. Usually it's, you know, not that bad, but when you're directly telling YouTube to go suck a cock, they don't like that. But anyway, you guys know I like to remain unfiltered, so we're gonna talk about the top 5 most overrated riders and what I think about it. In fact, I gotta stand my list up. I also want to know who you think the most overrated rider in BMX is. Let me know in the comments down below. I might make a part 2 because I got a ton of different answers on who you think the most overrated are. And these are just based off volume. So 5 being, you know, the 5th amount of people voted for that person, and number 1 being what you guys think is the most overrated rider. Follow me on Instagram at Greyson Roberts to not miss any behind the scenes or shit like that. You don't want to miss out. Follow me on Instagram at Greyson Roberts. Go into the giveaway. Go into the bike roast. Help your boy out. Anyway. Also, we got merch. Whatever you want to do, help your boy out here. Anyway, so I'm going to go through the number 5, which is the technically least overrated, to number 1. And at the end, I'm going to give you my honorable mentions. So number 5 is Logan Martin, which I was kind of surprised to see this. I saw his name way too many fucking times. Logan Martin is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, park rider. Now, I'm not out here doing backflips to resi and shit like that, so I'm not necessarily a park rider. I like street, put my pegs, you know, getting dirty, waxing the tits out of a street down rail and sending a pegs hard 180 bar, sketchy as fuck. Maybe a crank flip, some dickies with a side pull-up bar. That's kind of what just a joke. But to an extent, what I'm into. Logan Martin, I think, is just ridiculously good. And over all of these guys, in case you don't know who they are, I'm going to throw up a picture. I'm going to throw up some of their riding. Logan Martin is, you know, doing 360 backflip, double bar to downwhips. Like, he's doing some of the most insane tricks. So I'm not really sure why you guys... Let me know if you think Logan Martin's overrated. Let me know why you think he's overrated, because I don't totally get it. I think he's really good. One of my favorite park riders. He's super fun to watch. If you're chilling at my crib before we go to the skate park, chances are I'm going to throw on a Logan Martin video to get me hyped up. It's just what I like. So Logan Martin, I don't know if he's that overrated. And, you know, this video is a joke. We're all just having fun right now, but I genuinely don't get Logan Martin. Do you think he's overrated? Let me know down below. I think he's a fucking god. He's super good. He does a lot of bar spins, does a lot of tail ups, but that's all I do, and that's all I like. So Logan Martin at number 5 on the list. Moving up is number 4, Big Boy. I don't know his real name. I just know him by Big Boy. He's that guy... I don't really know how to explain. I think he still has long hair. It's like the red-headed dude who used to be fat as hell, sucked on a bike. Now he's like super good and sponsored by Shadow. Chances are, if you're watching this video and you enjoy watching YouTube, you're all over Scotty's channel. So you know who I'm talking about, Big Boy. Rides for Shadow, friends with Scotty Kramer, Cherry Jones, that whole crew. So I got a lot of Big Boys. And honestly, I thought I was going to get more Big Boys because he's famous in BMX. He has a sponsor, Shadow, a very good sponsor. And you know, he's posting all over Instagram and stuff like that. So a lot of people know about him. So Big Boy, he's not the best. He's a lovable guy. I made an edit reaction to Big Boy, and as you guys know, this channel is mostly sarcasm. It got like 40, oh no, I think it got 60,000 views. 60,000 views, 60,000 kids saying, yo, fuck this Greyson Roberts guy. He's so jealous. He don't know what he's talking about. He just wants to be Big Boy. Big Boy, Big Boy. So, Big Boy clearly has a cult following. He's clearly made a significant impact on the kids in BMX. And this wasn't, you know, people my age. This wasn't grown adults. These were all kids who have really gotten into BMX, really, you know, that's their passion. They would shoot someone in the forehead for Big Boy, which, you know, I think is pretty cool. I don't care if you don't like me, I just think it's cool that he's able to make such a big positive influence. That's the key right there. He's a real positive guy, I think, from what I've gathered, from what you guys have ranted about him in my comment section. So I can see how he's overrated because I did react to his edit. It's very, very, very mediocre intermediate tricks for a Shadow Conspiracy edit. A lot of people agreed that, like, I don't know why the fuck this guy is sponsored. Well, it comes down to being marketable, being a good influence, being consistent with putting out content and writing, and just making people happy when they watch your clips. And that's what he does. Doesn't really matter how good he is, but I definitely can see why he's overrated. Has like over 300,000 followers on Instagram, you know, tons of engagement on his writing posts. Everybody fucking is super hyped to see this dude do a flare, you know? Logan Martin's doing flares with 3 tail whips and a bar spin, and you guys are calling him about just as overrated as Big Boy. So I can see where you're coming from on Big Boy. I don't know if he's overrated. It's hard for me to say anybody's overrated, but like I said, we're just fucking around here. So Big Boy, yeah, overrated as a cocksucker. Let's just go ahead and say that. The edit that I watched, he's a lot better now, I've heard, but the edit was not very good and it was foreshadow. Not that the edit wasn't good, it's just the writing wasn't there. You know what I'm trying to say. This dude did like a 180 over a curb, like fakie and full cabbed off a curb, like dog. Big dog. Come on now. We know it's because that you're a lovable guy and not because you're the Logan Martin on a bike. I can see where you're coming from with Big Boy. A lot of people said Big Boy. Surprisingly, number 3 on the list, Anthony fucking Panza. I also, once again, see where you're coming from. He's not the best. Anthony Panza is actually pro. I believe he rides for Colt. This dude, he's good on a bike. He's really good. Now, here's the reason why I think you guys are thinking he's overrated. It's because he is pro. He's on a team, right? So he's a BMX rider. He's considered a rider. And he's not the best in the world, but so many people love him. And they love him why? Because of his goddamn YouTube channel. So it's hard to say he's overrated because it's not even his fucking fault. He's just out here making videos, has 300,000 subscribers, just doing his thing, and people happen to gravitate towards it, happen to love the shit out of the dude. So I once again, see where you're coming from. He has a big following from YouTube, which transfer overs into his BMX career. He's not doing the craziest stuff, but he's certainly better than me. I'm not a terrible BMX rider, but he's out here doing manual whips and lines, and like, it's a good day when I get a manual whip. Anthony Panz, I can see how you think he's overrated. He is good. He got pro on his own. I don't know the whole story, but from my knowledge, he got pro because he's good on a bike, not because he's famous in the BMX world on YouTube. So Anthony Panza coming in at number 3, overrated wise. I don't really agree. I agree with Big Boy. I don't really agree with Logan Martin. Number 2, Brandon Beggin. I'm all for it. Fuck that guy. I'm just kidding. You guys know on this channel we like to clown Brandon Beggin. It's like that one dude in the friend group that everybody loves. You just like to shit on him, and here's why it's so easy. The way he dresses, the way he rides, he's a very unique style. It's just Brandon Beggin's, the personal brand of Brandon Beggin. He fucking owns it and rocks it. It's so unique, it's so him. He started so many trends in BMX. So of course, he's a target. The fuck you think I'm gonna do? You think I'm gonna work hard for this shit? Nah, dude. Anyway, Brandon Beggin, a lot of people say he's overrated. He is good on a bike. He's really fucking good on a bike. He's professional. He doesn't do YouTube. This is not a YouTuber. He's famous because he also ate shit on half cabbing El Toro high as hell. That'll happen. That'll get you somewhere, I guess. But that edit was really good. He just came out with a new one. I reacted to a Brandon Beggin edit. I was pretty stoked on it. I made fun of his bike, and I made fun of his pants and what he was wearing and his hair and what he looked like more than his actual BMX tricks, which is why you guys give a fuck. Brandon Beggin, I can see why you think he's overrated. But at the same time, he's so unique and started so many trends. That's why people like him, because he's the first to do most things. You know what I mean? His hair is fucking crazy. Did he cut it? I don't know if he cut his hair or not, but like between his hair, when he was wearing those cloud goggles, the crazy pants, he was fucking crazy tires, the bent wrists, the Beggin catch, the 4-piece bars. Dude, the bent wrists get me. I love Brandon Beggin. I love the dude. Love making fun of him though. The bent wrist. That's in that edit reaction, I brought that to light. Everybody likes to diss on the bent wrist. It's fucking hilarious. I don't know why he rides like that, but he does. Brandon Beggin, overrated wise. He's been around since I've been into BMX. So I've known him my entire BMX career. I've seen him come up. I've seen him, jump to different teams, do all this stuff. I've seen him faceplant El Toro high as a fucking kite. Watched all the interviews. I've seen pretty much every piece of Brandon Beggin content besides the Instagram that there is to be consumed. So I see where you're coming from on Brandon Beggin. I'm going to have to say I'm 50-50 on Beggin. I see why he's so popular, but I can also see from the outside why you would think he's overrated. You look at his Instagram, it's like, this looks like every other street rider in the world. Well, in my opinion, he's kind of the reason why he's every other street rider in the world. He's the one who started a lot of shit. He's the one who started a lot of things. That's just how I took it. That's how I consumed it. Anyway, I've seen a lot of kids ride like Brandon Beggin. Like, a lot of kids ride like Brandon Beggin. So, to me, not really, but I can see where you're coming from. Now, number 1. Number one, I think it overall completely deserves the most overrated spot. But in my professional and personal opinion, I think you should leave the poor guy alone. I'm talking about, you might not have heard of him in a while. I don't know if he even rides professional BMX anymore. I don't know if he's still sponsored. I think he's sponsored by Animal, but you probably guessed it. Nigel fucking Sylvester. So many people says he's overrated. I know he's not the best on the bike, but think about this. And he's not as crazy present in the BMX community, but he is definitely present elsewhere. Think about this. Nigel Sylvester, yeah, sure, he might be overrated in the BMX community because he doesn't come out with a bunch of projects, he doesn't make edits, compete in contests. You know, he's not the best on the bike. He's still really good, don't get me wrong. But there's people that are way less famous, way less clout or whatever, that are a lot better than him. But here's the thing, Nigel Sylvester, this is from my knowledge. I haven't looked the dude up or kept up with him much at all in the recent years, but from my knowledge, at some point he was sponsored by G-Shock, which is a watch company, Samsung, Beats, Nike. He's doing those Nike Go videos. He was on Vice, like some huge YouTube channel, the Vice YouTube channel. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but did and a video came out, why Nigel Sylvester doesn't need BMX competitions. He's doing so much stuff. He's outreaching to the mainstream, bringing those people into BMX. And I think that is the most important thing. I think that's so fucking cool. My career, like personally, the reason I don't think he's overrated at all, I can see where you're coming from 100%, but the reason I love Nigel Sylvester, he's an inspiration to me. I don't plan on staying in BMX. I plan on going out and my career going much, much, much past BMX. I'm always gonna ride it. I'm always gonna upload some BMX clips, but career-wise, BMX is not it for me. I'm going way farther, way beyond it. I still fucking love it, but I wanna be able to outreach to the mainstream and bring people back in just like Nigel's doing. So to me, he's a huge inspiration. I know probably 99.9% of you are gonna completely disagree with that, but think about it. He has all this mainstream reach with all these mainstream companies. And I didn't fact check any of this. This is just what I've gathered with this is what I used to know anyway. But Nigel Sylvester, he's got this reach and he's bringing everybody in. He's bringing outside eyeballs in. Same thing with Austin Augie. He's not on this list. No, not one person. No, okay, maybe like 5 people said Austin Augie was overrated. But he's modeling with Michael Kors and he gets clowned a lot on the BMX community for it, and I think it's genius. I think it's awesome if you can use BMX to build a bigger community, because BMX is not that huge, right? You're not gonna make $1 million if you're a professional BMX rider, but it's definitely a gateway to more opportunity. And like Austin Augie and Nigel Sylvester definitely took advantage of that. The Nike Go videos were brilliant. They're very well done. I love them. Tons of views. And unfortunately in the BMX community, people like to say he's overrated. They like to clown on him, say, oh, he's not a real BMX rider, even though he's doing really, really big things. But hey, everybody has their own personal opinion. We got Logan Martin, Big Boy, Anthony Panza, Brandon Beggin, Nigel Sylvester. This video's kind of getting long. We're gonna talk about some honorable mentions. Now, this is probably the number one on my Instagram poll of who's the overrated rider. You motherfucker said me. You said I'm the most overrated rider, which in a way is kind of flattering. Thank you. I'm not a rider. I'm not that good. I don't plan on being sponsored by anybody. I don't really consider myself a rider. I upload like twice a month on my Instagram. I'm a YouTuber. But hey, if you think I'm overrated, fuck yeah, that means some people gives a shit about me. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny how even my own fans were just flooding saying, you're overrated. I mean, that's dope in my opinion. Anyway, but second than that, I don't know who this would entail. I don't know who this is. And the video's too long for me to go look it up and get into it. I was number 1 on the most overrated. Number 2 was anyone on Stranger, word for word, copy and paste. So many people said anyone on Stranger. I don't know what the deal is with Stranger. I don't know who the fuck they sponsor. I don't care. I don't know. Give me some examples of people on Stranger that are overrated, because a ton of people think so. I don't think any of these guys on the list are sponsored by Stranger. I don't know. Isn't Stevie Churchill on Stranger? As far as I know, he is, and he's one of my favorite riders in the world. Anyway, that's the top 5 most overrated riders in your opinion, and I gave my opinion on it. And apparently you guys think I'm full of shit, think I'm overrated, which is dope. Suck my fucking cock. Pick up some merch. Appreciate you guys being here so much. Don't forget to hit the link in the description. Donate to the Patreon if you feel like just being a nice guy, or, you know, do it to get free headphones or a bike roast entry or whatever. See what I have to offer. If not, that's totally cool. You can go back to watching Jake Paul. I don't mind. Whatever floats your boat, dog. All right, anyway. Peace out, Boss Squad. Thank you so much for being here and liking the video and subscribing. Really appreciate it. See you later. It's better on this side.